Hey, what's up guys? Gons here for the Face Like the Sun channel. According to thehill.com, Trump to sign executive order promoting artificial intelligence. This is something that I think I mentioned on Canary Cry News Talk or Canary Cry Radio, or maybe a video in the past here somewhere. This has been discussed before, but according to The Hill, President Trump on Monday will sign an executive order dedicating resources to boost U.S. artificial intelligence AI, a move that comes as the Trump administration seeks a leg up in its technological race with China. But rather than getting into the nitty-gritty of the 5 pillars that are part of this executive order, I thought I'd just share with you a small clip from an interview I had with Patrick Wood for Age of Deceit 3. He's going to be in this film. This is actually the interview from the film. Just a small part of it because it's relevant here, and ask you guys what you think about this warning that Patrick Wood submits here. So check this out.
There's another thing that's happening that is worth looking at. It's just coming out, just emerging right now, but I guarantee you it's going to be a big thing very shortly. Italy just got a new government. I'm not an expert on Italy. I don't study Italy, but you know, I watch European news because it interests me. They got a new government, and it was based on the populist movement, like we've pretty much had here. We call our movement the populist movement in America. Got Donald Trump elected. Populism. You didn't hear that word 20 years ago, but now it's okay. What does that mean? Well, it's the people. You know, we the people are rising up. The populists in Italy made a strange arrangement with the technocrats in Italy to run the country. Now, experts are calling it the technopopulist movement. Technopopulism. You say, well, where'd you hear that? You know, it's like, oh, I didn't see that. If you search for technopopulism now, you'll find several references, including one that will pop up from the Brookings Institution, which is one of the oldest progressive think tanks in the world, full of members of the Trilateral Commission, by the way, talking about technopopulism. When I heard that, when I first really started to think about it a few months ago, it answered a lot of questions on what's going on in our country right now. Because on one hand, you have President Trump with the populist movement behind him and cheering him on and all that kind of stuff. And I have to admit, he's done some things I really like. On the other hand, he's appointed a number of technocrats to various positions, key positions in our government, in his cabinet even. And then you have the military, which is full of technocrats, and you have DARPA, organizations like that, full of technocrats, and the intelligence agencies that are full of technocrats. And you have all these technocrats that he's still appointed. And I'm predicting there will come a day when somebody wakes up in America and says, America has now become the technopopulist movement. Meaning that technocracy was not hammered down, but rather they have become a full partner in running society. And the thing about technocrats are, they're kind of like, you remember the Star Trek race of whatever being is called the Borg. I'm using a bad analogy, but it means something to me. The Borg was like the hive mind people of the universe, right? And their big thing was, we will assimilate. Right. You know, you couldn't escape them. Once they got their hands on you, you know, it's like, you're assimilated into the body of the Borg. And this is kind of how technocracy works. Once they get into the system, those they partner with will eventually be thrown under the bus as they're assimilated. As if they refuse to be assimilated, they go, you're out of here. But there's a huge risk right now that technopopulism is alive and well in America, and that what we, the people, think is taking back control is actually giving control to the technocrats, because they'll get their hands on the machinery, you see. And they know how to run it, believe me. but once they get their hands on the machinery, they may never give it back. So that's something to watch for.
So what do you guys think about techno-populism in America? You think it's something that is here? I truly do. And I actually think that all the turmoil that's taking place with the major tech companies, you know, the social media companies, and everything we're seeing now is that struggle. It's that change, the metamorphosis taking place with the system itself. And, you know, this is just remarkable that we're seeing it, that humans are almost enslaved to this technium already, if you think about it. But, you know, all those details I get into in Age of Deceit 3, so look out for that. Remember not to fear any of this stuff. The Word of God told us about all of this in quite remarkable detail, in my personal opinion. And again, that will be dug into in Age of Deceit 3. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, or you can support the channel by picking up a t-shirt or through Patreon. Have an awesome day, guys. God bless.